Good morning, folks. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And we're going to get into it today. I'm going to turn up my audio a little bit. Looks like it's low. 1 second. Just a little bit, but we'll see if that helps. Okay. Probably doesn't even notice. So today we're going to make a ruined structure thing in an environment. And I want to start with the environment again, just because. Let's go with a plane, I think, today. Mesh, plane. And I think we're going to make it 300 deep by 600 wide, a big one. Just because I'm kind of getting into these mega structure things right now. Let's apply rotation scale and tab, W, subdivide it. Actually, let's not even do that. Let's do 2. And then R. No, come on, it should be 600 by 200, right? So, right? That's what it is. So, did I make it 600 by 300? Yeah, 600 by 300. That'd be why. Okay, that's fine. Now, there we go. Keep it squares. Just give us a couple. Now let's save. New folder. 2408 26 1 ruined. Live stream. Ruined structure. I think it might be a mine actually, but I haven't entirely decided yet. All right. And let's add a modifier. Terrain, draw terrain. We all know, right? 1, yep, on that side. So let's go on this side, set our cursor here. Shift A, add a curve, Bezier. Tab, X, vertices 1, and let's draw it. It's going to go across like that. Yep, seems good. And then we'll select this and select our curve object and expand our spread a bit. Cool. Let's base subdivide it a little more. And top plateau it maybe. Yeah, it doesn't. No, maybe it won't even. Peak smooth, a little bit. And curvature, we can adjust it to make it sharper or less. Let's take it more like that. Remove our top plateau. Doesn't really make a lot of difference then. Gives us something like that. Super fast. I like it. And maybe, just in the interest of making my life easier, tab, let's grab this and bring it up more like that. And this, more like that. Yeah. Just to give us a little bit of a lip to avoid looking off the edge of the screen if we ever get that close. Save. I'm going to, again, change our view to like 10 kilometers because we got it. We might as well. Okay. Save. Do we want some terrain elements on the ground part or just want to let auto terrainer deal with that? I think maybe we do. just for fun. So let's come back to our ground and add a modifier, another draw terrain, and Shift A, curve Bez, tab X vertices, and then draw. Something like that. Oh, interesting. That could be cool. We're going to select terrain again, pick that second curve, and that's going to give us that. Cool. Again, we'll spread it out a bit. Cool. And I think this one, I actually kind of wanted it at least up a bit. Yeah. Cool. And then back, and even spread it a bit more. Curvature, we can sharpen it or widen it. Ooh, widen it too much, it gets weird, but that's kind of cool. Chaos, factor of 2, and just gives a bit of bump. But then let's smooth it. It looks like it smooths both. Interesting. Well, that's fine. I don't care. That's good. And we don't need any more adaptive subdivision. We're good on that. And maybe we'll call this as our ground. I like it. I think it's reasonably good. Apply all. I'm very much ready to just nuke it and move on. And let's see what's our subdivision look like. Pretty good. Maybe even a little much for this. Let's, before we, do I want an overlapping lip? I was contemplating whether I wanted it to overhang and I could cut into it again, but maybe not this time. We'll just let it be a cliff. We can always see that later. Let's decimate it. It's not that high, but let's cut it to like 0.5 and then apply it. Let's see what that gives us. That's more interesting, I think. We may or may not want to do that, but we'll try. Add modifier, terrain, trainer base. So what kind of weirdness that's going to do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Gives us mostly flat there, which is probably where we're going to put our structure mostly anyway. And then we got some cool cliffs. I like the overall scale of it. I think that's pretty good. I do think actually, I want to come in here and edit it. Come on. Yeah. Though it's free, I'm not sure I understand. But hey, good morning. 3. Let's select these. And that too. And make it detail. And that should smooth that area down too. Let's see if it's too much. Come on. Nope, that's pretty good. We can always tweak it more later if we need to. I think I like it. The only thing I could try would be tab, let's see, detail. Let's make a weight of 0.5 and see if that changes us any. Can't even remember if it does. I kind of wouldn't mind a little bit of noise in there. Yeah, that's better. So it's not quite all the way. Fine. Detail. Let's try one more time. 0.85. See if that does it. Can't remember if it's a binary or if it's a weighted. And we're close enough, it's hard to tell. So I'm just gonna see this looks different. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it definitely is changing it. That's better. We're gonna go with that. This shall be our base terrain. And let's apply all, because I believe in getting it out there. And I want to see how many faces it actually is. It's pretty big. Do we need to be that big? I don't know that we do. Let's decimate it again. The post decimation. Ratio of 0.25. I'd love to get my terrain under 500,000 polys if I can. It doesn't have to be, but it would be cool if it was. And 498. I guess that's good. Okay. So we have terrain. Let's just see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that should be good. I love the way the adaptive subdivision of draw terrain works with auto terrainer to give us more detail in those areas too. I just think that's really cool. Those two work really well together. Alrighty, so we got that. Now let's start making our actual stuff. And I think we're gonna do like a pit, like a mining pit kind of thing. So let's create a what? Cylinder. S50. It's 100 meters radius at the top. Cool. And 3, scale that in. And I don't even mind it going down that deep. Let's see if it will. That, this, control minus. Just gonna cut a hole. Yeah, okay. Solve our options. Hole tolerant. And self-intersect. Let's see if that'll. Will you give me what I need? I never remember exactly what the right settings are to make it keep the floor. I mean, I can do it otherwise too, but yeah. Come on. Maybe I should have just gone to fast first and tried that. So how's everybody doing today? Do you have a good weekend? Mine was all right. Been working on my tutorial for Game Dev TV. It's coming along nicely. And researching how to brew alcohol at home. So, fun times. No, that didn't. Okay, fast. No, fine. I'll have to cut it through separately. That's fine. Ain't no thing. Although actually fast might have worked. I could just delete it. Would that be faster? I think it might be. But now we have to let it finish this again. Ah, Blender. We love you, but sometimes we wish we could interrupt an action in the middle of it. That would be nice. If I had any update request for Blender, it would be the ability to escape out of applying a modifier or doing a modifier. So it would just cancel it because it gets you into so much trouble. Yeah, I'm gonna go fast. Well, doesn't matter either way. Well, I'm not redoing it again, so we're gonna apply it. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you like them. That makes me happy. 3 plus X faces. There we go. Just gonna get rid of that. And we have our hole in the ground. And show our cutters again. Or did it delete it? Did it remove it? You bastard. Oh, but I remember what size I did, so we're fine. Delete hierarchy. Yeah. Shift A, mesh, cylinder, S50, and there's our full, yeah. Down to there. Cool. And Control A, rotation scale, tab, 3. Scale that in, and we're good. We might need to scale the whole thing up a bit more, but we can do that. Cool. 3x, no, tab, 3x faces. Yeah. Alrighty. And we can scale that till we get back to close to where we're at. Should be right on top. Why is it not? Did I move it? Well, it's fine. Oh, I did move it a little bit, but that's good enough. Again, I'm not stressing too much about that. And then Q, add modifier solidify, and shrink it in a little bit. And there we have the basis of our hole. Cool. And apply it. And save. So now we have a giant terrain with a giant hole in the ground. Let's see. We should probably put a person in here for scale too. I think we're getting to that point. And excuse me, go take a look for the scale of it, height-wise. I can live with that. That looks cool. Yeah. And then just gonna edit this sucker, tab, Control R, add an edge loop to just under our ground. Right, cool. And then 3, I don't need these extra faces here. Great. And that'll keep it more in line with what we're doing, I think. Oh, actually, maybe not. Yeah, we'll keep them for right now. But I still want that edge loop. Now, the question is, do we want it to be like crunched up like concrete ruin or just grunged out like steel ruins? What do we want it to be? I think we want it to be concrete. But I want to keep a copy of it just in case. So Shift D, I'm gonna move this to new collection, OG, just in case, turn it off. Control A, rotation scale. Now, which one do we want to use? We got a number of aging things we could use. Mixed damage, real damage, OCD2. Let's try mixed damage again. Kind of good with that. We want damage and thick cracks. I'm going to turn on mixed damage. And let's set our quality to like 60 to start with and add. Cool. That gives us some, again, like roughing on those edges. Let's take a look at it. Mix, I want mix on. Give me both. Okay. And quality. Is it actually 150 now? It said 60, but 150. Let's see. That looks more like 60. Yeah. Let's go a little higher then. 250. The higher you go, the slower and the more polys it uses, but I just want to see how that hits us. That's cool. Doesn't really seem like it's doing much on the inside. Let's try internal damage, turn that on. And I'm going to go back in power to 60 again because it's going to be a lot faster. Yeah. Yeah. You see how like, well, 60 is actually kind of neat looking, but it's lower poly. And not a sphere. Let's try a crack. See what that does. See if we get one. This thing is so big and it's got that hole in it that we might not even see it. Steel. It's going to put those things up there, but that's kind of cool. I like that. There's not actually too many this time. And I actually think those will really help us. What's grid? I forget. Ooh, yeah, we'll do the full grid for steel. And do we want steel damage? Let's see. It's going to create like lots of little, well, not actually too many this time because we don't have the other holes coming out. I think we're fine without it. I think that will be fine, actually. Let's jump back to like power of, start to 150, move up slowly. See, yes, that might even be too much because I kind of want more power. Power of 5. Can we add more power to this and see what it does? Want more chunkiness to it. And power here of 10. Let's just kick it, see what it does. I don't even really notice a difference. Power here of 25. Let's just go big. That makes it too smooth. We could change the scale, I suppose, but power of 5. We're just playing around until it looks kind of how we want it to be. Let's lower our quality down to 100. The heck. I want it to feel more chunky like that. I think that's getting somewhere. Scale unit meters, yeah. Scale 5. Can you give us more? I'm not even seeing it doing it. If it's doing it, I'm not seeing any impact from it. But, you know, what are you going to do? That looks okay. Can I add noise damage? Does that show us anything? Or is that only in those holes? I think that's only an internal. All right. Do we like that? Let's try both directions. 85. Sharper. Or 115. Rounder. Ooh, I like 115. I think that's so far my fave. Cool. Let's save it. And I need to edit this one to apply it. And I think, do I want to apply it? I think I do want to apply it. So let's grab it and geometry nodes. Select all. Slide over here right to the very, very end. Shift A. Search. Realize instances. Yes, you know. You know. Cool. Instances realized. Layout. Come back again and apply all. Now, yeah, let's just solo it. Cool. So we got the whole thing, and material-wise, it doesn't know what it is. So tab. Are we at 6 million vertices? Okay, come on, we can't. Oh, it's all those. It's all that wire. That's more than I need. I can't do that. I can't just. Let me go back to here. That's too much for what I need. Okay, so let's come to here, and in our modifier, I'm going to turn off grid. Grid is just adding way too much. Yeah. And then let's double check to make sure it's still on. Yes, realize instance is still there. Now let's apply it. And it should be a lot less, right? It's still huge. Three L. Cool. And then P section. Cool. And then solo. We got them all the way down. That's the problem too. Does not need to go there. Alt Z. B. X. Vertices. It does not need to go underground like that. It doesn't even need to go that far, but we'll let it go that far. That cuts it down a lot. Actually, given that, do we want to bring back the other one? Around the top. I did like it. No, I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. Fine. Undo history. Go back to grid. I see what's going on here. And we got lots of time, so let's keep playing. Okay. Want grid on this time? Yes. Good deal. Okay, now let's apply. Back and forth. Then we'll solo it. Tab. Three. L. P section. Okay. Then come back and solo it again. Gives us that. Yep. Alt Z, B. We're going to just nuke everything below that line. Might even nuke everything above that line too, because we don't go that far. Yeah. Nuke all that. X vertices. That should cut us down to a reasonable amount and still give us that top grid that I liked, because I want to play with it some more. Maybe. I want to have the option to play with it some more. I like the idea of these sort of just quiet ruined structures in the grasslands. I'm really enjoying making them. So, a world in at least remission, if not decline. Come on. I know you're deleting 5 million faces and Blender hates doing that, but this shouldn't be that bad. It's thinking. There we go. Exit. Yeah, okay. Now we're in a reasonable polygon count again, and we still have all that stuff. Huzzah. And now, what I wanted to try is, let's look at this, just this object. Cool, we still do have that loop there, and that looks like a good loop. Right. Shift D, P section. Come out, grab it again, Tab A, E, S, yeah. Cool, GZ. It can be, it doesn't necessarily have to be entirely over the edge because the ground can cover it a bit, but maybe we do want it all the way up though. Q, add modifier, solidify. Great, and apply it. So we now have this, oh, no. Solidify, not even thickness, cool, and apply it. So we now have this ring, and it does get covered by dirt on the far side, that's good. And if we edit it, yeah, it has shape, has form, has what we need. Good deal. I'm going to add an edge loop here to create more square. So it's mostly a square form. Alrighty. Now we can start playing around a bit more. So we have a concrete superstructure here in the middle. And this is why I wanted to keep the OG, because I want to come into it and tab and 3. And actually maybe here too. Add an edge loop there. Grab those. And Shift Q, loop extrude, first thing setting, turn off dynamic scale, so I can actually set it correctly. Loop 1, 2, 3. Cut 2. Initial of 25. And then turn off loop from source. So it's just going on top of that, right? Yeah, and a max distance of 1 meter, 0.5, 0.25. And I didn't want to keep those there too. Alt-P, clear parents. M to scene collection and turn off OG. And let's see what that gives us. Gives us some steel sections on top of our concrete that I think could be neat. Now, what we will need to do though, I think, at least for the first one, is, because they're not solid, are they? No, they don't have bottoms. So let's just Q solidify in not even thickness. Okay. And apply. And so we get some cuts into here, like here, where it's like it's worn away, and now we can actually see how this thing is connecting in. But I kind of like that. That was my idea. I think that's a good starting point. Going around our concrete loop, let's save, and I want to take this structure now, this and this, and I want to see which way would be better. Utility plate insets and a max depth, min depth of 0.1 and a max depth of 2. That takes us into the under, so 2 is too much. Max depth of 1. 1 seems better. Subdivision 2, 3. That's kind of cool. I think I like that. I want to F9, outer margin of 0.1, inner margin of 0.1, just to give those things like that here a little bit of thickness. Cool. And that's going to be like steel, so it's not going to get the same ruin on it that the other one did. It's going to go around the concrete. But I think that's fun. I like that. I do like that. And the whole form now has been subdivided quite a bit, right? Yeah, it has, but it's not too bad. We still have it if we wanted to in the OG to play with it. So that's good. Maybe we should start giving some materials to things too. Let's photographer and set our exposure to 8 so we can see stuff. And F4. Yeah, this error that keeps giving me because of applying that damage one's annoying, but here. Yeah, this will have what I need. It's not no items, thank you. Node tree, got the blender ease, yeah. Water streak masks, append, and F4, append, material, damage concrete, and R flow hard UV with water damage. Grab both of those. Save. Let's grab this. Add modifier, geometry nodes, Blender use mask. And here, water damage concrete. And Z8, let's see what that looks like so far. Okay, yeah. Getting there. Cool. Then base here, our flow with water damage. Yeah. I think really all those should be that. No. Cool. Control link materials. Cool. And then I think this one too. So all those have material. Great. And then control link, copy modifiers. Is it on there now? No, did I go the wrong way? That one has it. Control link, copy modifiers. Come on, do they all have it? Yeah. Oh, that one still needs a material too, doesn't it? Hard UV with water damage. Cool. That's looking like we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah. Start of our structure going down. Now this thing, tab 3, control R. Now it's just grab this thing again. 1. All right. Yeah. KXC. Actually, KZC. Nope. It was KX, but let's see. There we go. I'll get to it eventually. All that. Good deal. I wanted the inside ones. This was a problem. Okay. I'll get there. That's what we wanted. 1 Q dice ZX. Get them to reasonable squares. Okay. Tab. Woohoo. Cool. That seems good. And we can even do this one. No, we'll leave that one out. Cool. Shift Q, panels, square, depth 0.1, max 0.2. That's cool. And I actually want to try something view. Someone was telling me that this would actually, if we increase this clip start to like 0.1, we'll get it better. It won't error out on us. And still, unless we need to go smaller than 0.1, and I don't see us doing that. So I don't have to see that weird artifacting. Okay, here, Yes, auto slow water damage concrete. And here, control link, copy modifiers. Let's see if we like it with panels. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, we do. That's definitely better. And I guess I could have played around with what the panels look like more, but I'm kind of okay with this still. Save. They're still doing excellent. What's that there? Okay, there's our panel. The inside hasn't been worn down, and we could wear it down if we wanted to. Throw some cracks and shit in there. Yeah, I think it's fine, at least for right now. I'm still just taking a look at it to see what we want to do. I like this as a whole thus far. Yeah, I like that. Sometimes you just gotta like look around a few times to see if there's something that's like really calling to you as you jump into this. You're like, yeah, what else do we want to do here? Look in the lower areas, like the way that that's happening. All this is looking good to me. I don't know what's our pit at the bottom is for, and if we're ever gonna look down into it or not. I think what I'll do is fill it up with water. So let's go ahead and do that. Shift A, mesh, or let's grab this. Great. Shift A, mesh, cylinder, scale it. Like that. To like there. Sure. Shouldn't scale. And since we're going ahead and giving things materials already, polygon IQ, spawn material. This time I think pond is going to be the good one. And add it. And Z8. Give us some like green water down at the bottom there. Yeah, that's cool. I do like that. Now, let's come back to this thing. Do we still have those faces selected? No, we don't. Okay. To there again. Sure. And actually, why are we getting the outside? That shouldn't be. Shouldn't really be getting that. Okay. Plus, 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 plus. No outside. All right, good. That's fine. Plus. We'll go all the way to the bottom though, this time. Tab, Shift Q, tubes. We want a max offset of 2 and a minimum offset of 0.5 with a curve depth of 0.5, maybe even more, 0.75. Amount 200. That's probably too many. Let's limit the body. That'll cut them down. And longest, sure. max segments of 10, minimum segments to a line of 8. So we got mostly long ones. Yeah. That's kind of cool. And I think we want to increase the minimum offset to 1 and the maximum to 3. That gives us that. Then select that. Flanges and couplings. Let's go to custom. Flange caps 5. Caps only. Radius of 1. Is that enough? No, radius needs to be bigger than that. Radius of 1.5. Cool. That seems about right. Cool. Yep. And then again, select this, Shift Q, extras, or sorry, utility, flanges and couplings, body only, coupling 2. Let's just see. Radius of 1.2, 1. Doesn't really need to rotate, but offset. Sure, just a little bit like that. And a couple of these you might want to delete. I'm not necessarily sure I want all of them. So let's select them. Tab A. Selection. Select random. Deselect. Okay. Control L. Does that still get them all? Damn it, it does. I just want to grab a couple of these objects. I mean, I could just delete individuals of them. I was hoping for random, but fine. See, we'll just do it this way. Not straight, not caring too much, just grabbing a couple. Ones where I see where they look a little weird. Those are easy to pick. Okay, Control L. Cool. X vertices. So they don't all have them. I'll get rid of that one too. There we go. That's better. Righto. Let's see. We need to add the modifier. This. Oh wait, we should probably apply those, shouldn't we? Object convert to mesh. Great. Grab that. This. Control link. Copy modifiers. These are that to be water damaged. Hard flow. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe even bring our water up a little bit more. There we go. goes into that. And we can't see all of our pipes anymore, but that's fine. I mean, who cares? I think that's better. We can kind of see our water now from up here. And I think that's a stronger compositional choice. Okay. Now, let's just grab a few of these here. L. Select by sharp. Cool. E3. Cool. L. E3. L. E3. And L. E3. Morning, Michael. So those are some like maybe building structures. Maybe we do one or two. L. E3. Those are like simple structures around this thing, and maybe a couple of them we want to go a few more. I don't want them all to be 2 floors, but E3, 2 floors there. Cool. Let's take this one, make it 2 floors. That's all good. Believe me, I get you. Cool. So those can be maybe buildings. And if they're going to be buildings, let's go grab this and make them concrete. Oh, plus assign water damage concrete. Cool. So their roof is still metal, which we can even play with some more. We could, I mean, auto building these suckers. That's very doable, but I know sometimes it's not worth it. And ES E. Cool. Give it that. I like that. They also don't all have to be consistent. L. ES. Or E. Let's do this one this way. Cool. And then we'll go over here. Same thing here. See, I'm not particularly worried about making them all even this time. Just giving it some of that shaping. I do like those lips though, so let's give this guy a lip too. L. E. Great. So all those sort of stick out like that. Cool. And we could decide to give them all doors or not, but where's our guy? Where's my dude? Okay, to here, that's where I come to look. Right. Cool. We can just insert that in a fair amount and then just delete the face. And it's gonna be dark, so it's probably gonna be fine. Just give us a hole. Yeah. You're never gonna see anything past that. So that's more than enough to be like, yep, it's a ruined hole. And I think we might kind of continue that same idea around here. Having now seen that that face size is good. It's like 3 meters tall, but so it's a big door, but let's do this one here. Cool. Again, just adding interest wherever we can. Take this one here, E, X face, and this here, and E, or not. Let's look and see what we got. Oh, so we have it like that. Okay. E, I'm just gonna, no one but me is gonna ever see this shit, but you know, there we go. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, no one but me is gonna ever notice this, but that's okay. I like doing it. Oh, this one looks cool. Let's do it over here too. Yeah. Maybe we'll make this one like a big door. Cool. And like I said, it's a ruin. There are no lights, so we don't have to show inside. I just like having the holes. Did I give that guy a door? Not yet. Gonna break my own rule. Oh. Actually, before we do that, there we go. Because it was a single story building, I had to give it more of that. And it does not have our lip right now. Save. Okay. Coming along. I think those are neat. I actually really like those. Now, do we want to do? Kind of have another idea. I want to take our OG again. Just solo it. Tab. Take that loop again. Shift D, P section. Tab. M to scene collection. And now 7 and scale. So it starts there. Cool. Tab A, E. Scale out to like that. Cool. Ooh, I hadn't thought of that, but ooh, well, I was going to do something totally different, but that's neat. Hey, Patrick. I do like that. Okay, changing my mind again because I think that was cool. There we go. Cool. Operation or modifier solidify. There we go in. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And apply all. Cool. Now what happens? A plate insets. Do something like that on the outside here. How do we feel about that? I kind of like it. Maybe even come up a bit higher. So it gives us like a, let's do like a wall section. That's true. I do get to do that. I'm guessing your ruin being Roman is probably not the same case, but you know, hey, turn off OG. Yeah. Cool. Wasn't exactly what I was planning, but I'm going to do it. And we'll do what I'm planning somewhere else too, in a different way. Okay. Right. I'll just come over here. Mesh plane. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now, tab, select, Shift Q, loop extrude, 1, 2, 3. And I want a minimum depth to be 5, 2, 1. I want to cut that there. Or sorry, cut that there. Cut that there. Cool. And then maybe add another cut. There. And let's see. Do we like it? Yeah, we do, but I think we want it to even be more. So max min, this one max 10. Maybe, yeah. And we want it to be 5. Okay, maybe not 5. 10. Cool. And we can change our seed. Yeah, sure. Something like that. Doesn't even really matter. That's good. We're going to go with that. And I think we're going to keep them steel, though. Select hierarchy, join them together. Oh, this needs it too, doesn't it? Yeah. This, control link, copy modifiers. Just have our, yep, this, control link materials. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, so we got some just random stuff sticking up here off to the side, which I like. I think that is cool. And we might even want to do that again. It just makes it feel like it had more stuff there once, even if it is all metal, so it's not broken concrete. We're kind of losing a lot of our broken concrete, but it's in there, and you can still see it if you come close. Like we still have that ring there, so it's still there. But that's cool. I like that. Let's see, is this too far down? Yeah, it doesn't go that far. Take it to there. I don't know why it matters, but cool. And yeah. Now, I want to go grab that repeater again. I really like that repeater. Let's just get it from here because I don't remember exactly what it's called. File, open, don't save. This ruin. One ruin for another ruin. Kind of very different style of ruin though. And we'll just grab our repeater. Copy objects. Yes. And I don't know where it's going to go yet. Let's see. 7G. Off to the side like that or in our actual thing? Which do we prefer? Off to the side's kind of cool. We're gonna have to be careful because we're fairly near the edge of our ground here. We may have to extend it out a little bit. That looks good. What's our view? What's our view camera at? I'm curious. Feels very okay. Yeah, I had orthographic on. I'm like, why does it feel like such a long lens? Because it's orthoed. Right. Oh, that's better. Okay. Let's save. Let's do a little bit of plant life now and see what we get. Geoscatter. Select a ground. Biome scatter. Open biomes. And it's going to tell me I need to reload your biome library. Yeah, it seems to want to do that every time now that I've upgraded my Blender, which is fine. Did it go away? Well, nope, there it is. It's like, what? Okay, my biomes, tall grass. Yeah, it's not that many. Come on. All right. Tall grass. There's nowhere I want to come. Well, I guess let's be sure. This. Pretty much all that stuff. Not human. What the hell is it? Light? Oh. Scene collection. Scene collection. I don't think it matters, but water. That's going to bother me. Water. There we go. Okay. So if we select all, and this is ground. Make water unselectable too. New collection, ruin. Ruin just has that stuff. Yes. Okay. Good deal. Just moves it all over so that we could do upward obstruction, ruin. And then we want to do, it's not a group, on the individual. Abiotic, slope. Cool. We should be able to turn it on now and see it. It really wasn't that big to begin with. Yeah. But we're not done yet because we don't want it inside too, which is one of the reasons why I was questioning whether I would bother. Let's do prox, repel, ruin. Yeah, that's better. We're still getting some on the inside, but I don't mind that because it's, yeah, should be okay. Might increase the minimal distance to 1 though, which I think is going to kill a lot of that stuff on the inside. Yeah. Cool. That's nice. And then we want to do the same thing we usually do, which is give one for the rest of the ground too. So we'll go to just a regular scatter. And yeah, wasteland 7. We've been using it a lot, but it works. And it's going to come back and tell us this does not work. It's going to be like, this is way huge, because it will be way huge. It would ultimately work, but it's going to just be very chunky. 35 million polygon. Oh, I just want to put some, this area where I've cut out the grass, put some other plant life in here. So it's not just empty. That's what I mean by the rest of the ground. So upward obstruct, ruin again. And this time what we're going to do is close in our proximity. We're going to repel the ruin, you know, the usual. But instead of repelling it, we're going to say we want a minimal distance of, say, 8 meters. And I only want it near it. And if we turn this off and save, and turn this on, yeah, just to give us something, you know, like we don't need to bother with this micro detail stuff because you won't be able to see it through the big grass all the way across the whole plane, but we do want it near to our building and we want it near our transitions and we want it slightly over our transition, right? So like we want to be able to see into the grass a little bit that it exists there, which we're doing. That seems like a good amount. I think most of these are based, they clump around the rocks, so I don't know we actually need to do them anymore, but we will just to be sure. Clump low, proximity, ruin. I think they're actually driven by the location of the rocks in this particular one. Minimum of 8. And thin, prox, ruin. And again, we'll go to 8. And gravel full, prox, ruin. Did I not reverse them though? I think I may not have reversed all of them. 8. So I will need to make sure I go back and fix that. In fact, I know I didn't reverse that one. Thin, reverse that one. Clumps, reverse that one. This shouldn't be so much that I can't turn on to test it at least. So let's save and try, make sure I've done it right. Clumps. Yeah, yep, that's good. And I don't need more than that. I can turn them off right now. The rocks I kind of like to leave on because it's like, oh, it just shows you something, but I don't need all that stuff. tall grass. We need to come back in here and pattern, adjust the pattern to 25 is kind of our go-to. And distribution, instances, I'm going to go with, again, 25, which is a little less thick than sometimes we do, but I think it's fine. And we can turn that back on. It's going to be much bigger now, but still okay. Yep, everywhere. Cool. All right, that worked. Now, I kind of want to do a cable from there to there. I'm going to just turn off geoscatter entirely, though. Give myself more room here again. Still running at my tutorial scaled window, and it's a little bit hard to see. Draw a cable, or create a cable rather, from here to here. Good deal. And Shift AC, simulate the cable. Might go a little far. Yeah, it is, but we can edit it. Let's kind of try to line it up better. That's better. Okay. Nothing. Like I said, I'm just working on that tutorial for Game Dev TV, and that's the only one I've got right now. But having fun with it. I had to kind of go back and rejigger it a little bit to meet some of the way that they do tutorials, which is fine. It's going to be a better tutorial for it. I'm looking forward to it. And it really just needs to be dark. It doesn't matter what, but let's do metallic dark gray. And we can give it copy modifiers too. Cool. I like having that. I know that it matters. I don't know, we'll even notice it most of the time, but it's fun to put there. Okay. And let's give ourselves a sky because we're getting to that point again. Import. I feel like I've been using these 43, 42 ones a lot lately. They're kind of cool though. Let's check out what's 36 just to look. Cloudy. 1270 is just real dramatic though. So it's 1275. Let's just try 1275 because it's just so dramatic. It's going to be dark for right now, but we can first of all up our photographer exposure to like 6. That makes it much brighter. Now we go back to HDR here, world, and we don't have a camera shot yet, but let's just kind of stay here. Angle of 60, 120, 180. These are all very dark. It's just such a neat looking sky though, but it might be too dark. Unless we really punch up our set a camera first. 35. Solution. That. Alexa, clip end 1 kilometer. All right, we're off of. No. That should be right. Well, let's get in. I want to make sure we're not. Actually, I'm not sure that's the best place. Let's come over here for our interest points first, because we have some foreground elements there that might make this more interesting as a close-up shot, if we're going to do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. It's going to be if it works out right, it's going to be in their next Humble Bundle in September. I'm just trying to get it done in time for that. So, and it's going to be designing modular spaceships is what I'm making. So it should be fun. I'm pretty pleased with how it's turning out. This might be just a little too dark. I feel like this one is just a little too dark for what we want right here. Let's import. Let's just look, because I like this idea. Let's try like 1267. It's not that far back, but maybe a bit brighter. Otherwise, we'll go to something else. It is brighter. It's definitely brighter. Okay. Angle. I'm just gonna rotate it around this time and see what we see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I like that angle for one thing. We need to come closer too. Where are we at? This floor is starting to piss me off. I just can't see shit. There we go. And photographer. I'm just trying to get this like dark stuff going, and it's tricky because you go too bright and you can't. It's like, yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's worthwhile, but too dark, you can't see shit. Can't be that far out. Okay. I think this thing might, having now brought it up, I think I might brought it too high. Did like it, but I think we're going to bring it down a little bit so we can see our buildings more. Yeah. I think that's better. It became much more about that shape. And we turn on geoscatter. Are we down too far? We're going to be deep in weeds, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. But I'm not liking the sky. It's just not working yet. Sadly. The camera angle I can get behind, I think. Although we might need to add a little bit more. I think we need something sticking up here just for interest. Let's do that. We have to give ourselves over to the nature of what we're doing and make it interesting. Come here. Cool. And cool. E3. Nice. And then ES, or sorry, don't want to do that. There we go. Normals. Did that this time again. It's been a while since we've done that. And then coplanar. E3. Yeah, just to give us a bit more of like a, there's actually a tower here. I like that. And then I can come here. Now let's grab this, and can't really tell what material it is already anyway. Out, cool. Loop extrude. That's kind of bizarre, but kind of neat. I'm going to maybe cut our cuts down to 2. Do we want those sticking at the sides like that? I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's grab these, join them together. Cube projection. Cool. Cube projection. Yeah, that's better. In fact, let's grab all of these. I think I didn't. Tab A, U, cube projection. There we go. Didn't UV them. No. U, smart UV project. Yeah, that's better on that one. Go around. That makes it more interesting too. That's helpful. Okay, save. But I still don't like the sky. It makes me sad. So let's go get a new one. We're gonna, I think, jump to a different 43. Let's see. These are brighters. Let's do, do I want the cloud or not? Let's try 46. Yeah, these are bright. Let's do 1169. Try it. That I think is, I don't know if it's better, but 0. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. We can even go brighter on our camera here. Exposure 4. That's very bright, but I think it'll work. Let's see. Geoscatter. The only other option is to make it like dramatically day, which I suppose we should try. I'm still not super in love with this one. Let's try 1118. Just trying to get the right vibe. It's gonna be bright. Yeah. Let's maybe take that back down to like 8 from 4. Yeah, that's cool. Let's try our angle. Then we'll call it soon. I know I've just gone like weird sky tweaking, but you know, sometimes you just got to do it. This is just more like a flat day. That's a little dark on that there. Kind of want the tower to stand out from the background a little more. Although that gives us that kind of rim light on the tower, which is kind of cool. See if we go too far. Ooh. Let's start from 240. And I'm going to turn off geoscatters so it's faster. And I'll stop soon, I promise. I promise. Come on, geoscatter, turn yourself off. Okay. Now let's just save again. And angle rotate. We're looking what the sky does to our building. I really do like that rim light there. I think we can live with that. It doesn't entirely separate out, but the grass will help, and the rim light's just cool. We could also take it to maybe just a titch brighter, go to like 7.5. Yeah, we'll do that. Much better. That gives us a bright day. We're going to set our focus of our camera to that tower. Turn our geoscatter back on. Yeah, I think that works. I think we can use that. Yeah, so I guess we'll call it here. It's not a bad build, structure. It's hard to call it a building. It goes mostly underground, but we made our ruined structure, made our cool ground. I really do like that draw terrain plus auto terrainer combo. I feel like it's a really strong 1-2 punch for making really neat looking terrains. I like our hole. I like our buildings. I think we got some other neat camera angles in here to play with. Should be good. All right, folks, I'm going to bail, finish this up, and post it up on the socials later on today. And I'll be back again tomorrow. And hopefully you'll be here to hang out. And hopefully this was at least somewhat enjoyable to you. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. If you're into that sort of thing, go make something cool. All right. Bye.